One.
Hi, welcome to ladydel. Today we're going to be answering some of your questions that have been asked of me, and instead of me doing the interviewing or being the person that's cooking with no food this time, no food, but we're just going to have a conversation so I can share some of my journey that I went on. A lot of you have asked different questions, so we're going to address that today. So we're sitting out in my backyard, just relaxing, and I want to introduce again Marlon from LVM and also Sherry. They're going to be asking your questions. So let you guys take over.
Lady Dell, how has this journey been for you sharing it on social media?
It's been scary. It's been a little unnerving sometimes, but also good. Um, the part about it being a little scary is because I was raised. I came from a mom that said, "Keep your business in the house. Don't be going out the doors telling family
Absolutely.
business." So being raised like that, it's been really challenging to put it all out there on social media. Marlon knows he's one of my biggest supporters from the very beginning. 2 years ago when I first started this, I kept on saying I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to put my business out on social media. But at the same time, I think one thing you said, you never know who you may help.
Yes.
And I know for me, when I first started, there was not a lot of people that had the type of procedure that I had. There were some people that had some of it, but not the same process that I had to go through. And I went through three different surgeries. Yeah.
What were some of the struggles you dealt with mentally and physically?
Mentally, having those that many surgeries, it was the best way. I really had a rock star. I call him rock star. I really had a rock star surgeon. University of Chicago. Dr. Prashad is just incredible. He wanted to make sure that everything was done right, and I had the lap band in me 2008.
Okay.
So that was just not successful. That wasn't working with me. So mentally, the struggle was now I got to go undo that because he was like, I'm not doing this the whole procedure. We're going into stages. And he did that to make sure I was healthy. And I appreciate him for that. And mentally, it was just a lot. And then recently, I I messed up my knee, so I had to have a full knee replacement. And 4 weeks later, just when I'm up and going with that, I turned around and got rushed to the hospital, and they told me I had to have another surgery because my appendix is about to burst. So mentally, I cried almost because
I
I
was
had
gonna
like,
ask you that.
you
How did
know,
you deal with that?
it's been a lot. By God's grace, I've made it through. A lot of prayers, a lot of counseling, but just get up and get ready to, trying to heal from this, boom. I get slammed with no, you got to have it done like right now. When I was in emergency, I'm like, no, it's just probably just gas. They're like, no, we're preparing a room for you. Yeah, the surgeon coming in, he's going to tell you, what's going on, and you probably have surgery within 2 or 3 hours. And true enough, I did.
Wow.
I came in at 9:30 with pain. By 2:30, I was in surgery.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what was the, I guess, what was the deciding factor that you wanted to take the weight loss procedure?
Um, Pain.
Pain.
I've always been, even as a child, always been like, active. And, even though I was heavy, I was just a go getter. I never let anything stop me. So I was a little fat girl doing cartwheels and splits. And as soon as it's so funny, I remember a time that they told me I couldn't be on a pom pom team. I made my own pop-out team. I got all the rejects. We got together, and we were cute with our little thing. And when they had a game, we had our own pop-out
Oh
team.
wow.
So I was that child that. So what? Who cares? I can do what you can do. you know. And so I would get up there, and it used to tickle my auntie Roly. I would go in her kitchen. I was like, Auntie, I know how to do a split. And she said, Gal, you don't know how to do no split. I said, yes, I do. And I was a little fat girl. I was like, look, and I did a split. She was like, that girl know how to do a split. So, but I said that to say I did a lot of abusiveness to my knees and all that stuff. So I was in a lot of pain. I, you know, I tell everybody my journey is not your journey. What I had to go through, it may not be the same thing you have to go through. It may be something else. But it came to a point where I had tried a lot of stuff, and I was going on yo-yo diet, and I was losing weight, gaining weight, and it was just to a point where mentally I was messed up. Emotionally I was messed up because I got to a point where, oh my God, is anything gonna work for me? And actually the surgeon that did my lap band told me to go to this other surgeon. He was like, I can do your sleeve, because at the time I wanted a sleeve. He was like, I can take the lap band out and do your sleeve, but he said, that's not going to work for you. He said, I've been with you too long. I know you mentally. And he said, so it was his wise decision, and I'm so glad he did. So I had to, excellent. But yeah, to answer your question, I was just in pain. There were some mornings I didn't want to get up because I would be in that much pain with my knees. And I didn't tell anybody. I would still go out my day. I would go to work. I would go to any activity. I just faked it. And literally every step I wanted to cry.
Wow.
So that's when I decided it was time. And that's when I went back to the surgeon that did my lap band and said, hey, I heard that it's something called a sleeve. And we talked. And he was like, I know you. I've been knowing you for 8 years. This is not the one for you.
What are some of the questions that you get from people about the weight loss journey?
Well, it's more the responses. They're like, oh my God. Some people, you can see the joy because
Right.
they've been knowing me so long. And they see that, you know, I'm getting healthier. And I'm still on my journey. I still got about 80 more pounds or so to lose. I haven't weighed in, but I think probably a little bit less now. But the response has been good. You know, some responses like, I'm not going to say nothing if she don't say nothing. I noticed it, but I don't want her to know that I noticed it. And then...
another question. Are you surprised at the response you got from social media? Do you regret putting some of the things on there? Or
I guess you have to ask, since you don't want to force me to go on social media. Hi, everyone. He actually forced me to go on social media. So he's the reason why I'm out there. But it's been a good response.
I can testify to that because all the ding. Bella called me and she was like, "Oh my God, it's like 50 minutes."
Yeah, I know.
So, and I told you that your journey can help someone.
Yeah, I hope it does.
And that's one of the reasons why I told you I kept pushing, to tell your story.
Yeah, I'm sorry, wardrobe malfunction. That's one of the downsides of losing weight. You constantly you're buying clothes because you're constantly trying to pull up stuff. The stuff is constantly dropping off. But yeah, it's been a good response, and it's been, I thank everyone for their support. And I really pray that I can remain an open book to help somebody else. And like I said, it may not be to help you to do what I did. Please, I don't want you to go down that route. It may be just to be a support for somebody. So I talked to this gentleman I know real well. He's actually going to have a procedure done.
Oh.
And I talked to him, and he was like, "Thank you so much. It's been so good talking." He said, "Della, I didn't know." And and one thing I want to say, not to be ashamed of having a weight loss surgery.
No.
Because I noticed that some big TV shows out there, they lost 200 pounds naturally, and it's done. They did it by exercising, cutting down, or whatever. That's wonderful. That's wonderful
That was
for
their journey.
them. That was their journey.
Right.
But everybody's journey is not there.
Right.
We need to, as a society, celebrate everybody's journey. and help other people find the journey that they want to be on. So it really upsets me a little bit because weight loss surgery is difficult. You got to go through a lot to get it. And then once you get it, you sit up here and drink milkshakes and eat cheeseburgers and fries. All your stomach will stretch back to that big size. The calories will catch up with you, so you still have to continue. I mean, I'm not saying that you're on a strict diet every day.
It's a lifestyle change.
It's a lifestyle change. It's balance. I mean, there's times that I'm eating a piece of cake. I can't eat that much of it, but I think one time one slice lasted me a whole week. I just like nibbled off of it for a whole week, but that's okay because I'm not gonna sit down there. I know me. I'm not gonna sit down there and eat a whole slice of cake and I'm gonna get sick afterwards. No, you have to balance everything out. Enjoy life, but be respectful and try to stay on your journey.
Yeah. So who are some of the people that supported you on your journey?
You should ask that.
I should ask because I think he's sitting right
Yeah,
here.
right. So yeah, there was there's quite a few people, some friends, family. My siblings were at my surgeries. You've been like number one cheerleader. Your brother. It's this group called Alpha Gladiators. I have to say this. Those are my Alpha Gladiators. 460 pounds. I decided to go to a boot camp. Do army drills, run around. I don't know why I did it, but I was determined to do something. That's when I was trying to find my journey. So I went and I met these wonderful people in Denver. When I tell you to this day, I think that was 2015. To this day, they are still one of my main supporters.
Wow, that's great.
We knew each other's weight. They knew my weight before I even said it to anybody else. That was one thing I just did never want to say those numbers. But we knew each other's weight. It was all on a spreadsheet. We had to be accountable. But Alpha Gladiators, I love you guys. They know who they are. We have our own private email DM. So yeah, they've been, emotionally, mentally, they've been there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, last and final question: what can people reach you to give their questions, concerns, or praises, or
Okay.
what could they reach you?
Yeah, please reach me at ladydel.org, ladydel.org. That's my blog. You can email me questions. You can see my story. We actually did a couple of cooking segments on there. I'm going to release my video Kitchen Talk that'll be out pretty soon. And please come out there. And I'm also on Facebook. I think it's New Beginnings.
Yes.
ladydel New Beginnings. So if I said that wrong, just email me on my blog at ladydel.org and I'll give you the right email address on Facebook. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Sherry and Marlon, that's a new TV show. Thank you so much for spending the time with me and to get some of these questions out. So
Thanks for being an
Thank you for having
inspiration.
us.
I hope so.
You are.
You are, definitely.
I hope so. So until next time, you guys, be seeing you soon and have a wonderful day. Be blessed.